What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. There was a recent shooting in Minnesota. Two people have been allegedly either killed or wounded in this horrific shooting in Minnesota. These two people, Representative Melissa Hortman, a Democrat, and Senator John Hoffman, who is also a Democrat. The media is going to twist this. Right now, this is a little article from CBS that they did here. Minnesota State Rep. Melissa Hortman and her husband were killed, and State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were wounded in political motive shooting overnight. Governor Tim Walz said Saturday authorities have also identified the suspect, which we will talk about here in a sec, who is still at large. And it says here, if you want to go read up CBS, it will tell you. But here's a picture of Senator Melissa and John Hoffman, who were shot. And they were both Democrats, by the way. So, and it says here, Hortman, who leaves behind two children, was a member of the Democratic Party who represented Minnesota's House District 34B. Hoffman, also a Democrat, represented Minnesota District 34. Hoffman and his wife have one daughter. At Saturday morning press conference, Walz called the death of Hortman and her husband a political assassination, alleged assassination, and ordered the flags to be flying half-staff in their honor. Here's the perpetrator, the bad guy. His name is Vance Luther. Here's the tip line. If you do happen to see him, call 877-9966-222 or contact your local authorities or the FBI and let them know. Do not engage in trying to stop this man. He may be allegedly armed and dangerous and still at large. Do not, again, try to apprehend him or stop him. Call this number, 877-9966-222, or your local FBI or your local police department if you see this man. Vance Luther Bolter has a light-colored cowboy hat, dark-colored long-sleeve collar, shirt or coat, light pants, dark bag. This is the man right here. That was the shooter. This man should be brought to justice and serve his time in the court of law. This is an alleged political motive. There are allegations that the shooter may have done this because the Democrats were voting against something that right now at this time we're not well aware of what may have caused it, but there are accusations and allegations that there was a vote going on and they voted no, and this may have caused it. We don't know. There are allegations that possibly or potentially that maybe some political affiliation may have been involved. We're not going to say who right now until we know more of the information. But there is a lot of rumors and speculations going around right now. We're not going to entertain that. Again, here's a better picture of this guy, of what he kind of looks like, of Vance Luther. Trump did make an announcement about it, which we will get to here in a bit, but there were flyers here connected to the No King protest found inside. Organizers have since canceled events in Minnesota. due to this horrific incident. President Trump has said in a statement that he has been briefed on this terrible shooting that took place, which appears to be targeted attack against state lawmakers. Our Attorney General Pam Bondi and the FBI are investigating the situation. Of course, thank you to the men and women in Arlington or all around the FBI that are doing their job investigating this. We thank you for doing your due diligence and investigating this. They will be prosecuting anyone involved to the fullest extent of the law, which I think is reasonable. Anyone involved, meaning anyone. Violence will not be tolerated in the United States of America. I agree with that. I don't think political violence should be done by any means. And Trump's final closing statement, he says, God bless the great people of Minnesota, a truly great place. A source close to the governor's office tells WCCO Walz spoke with Vice President Vance on Saturday about the shooting. The governor expressed some certain feelings, the ongoing coordination. If you want to read more about this, go to CBS. But anyway, this is just a terrible, terrible incident. And it is just horrific. There, again, are accusations and allegations that this may be tied to an alleged political affiliation of some sort. We don't know. But for now, we're not going to sit here and speculate and point fingers because we don't know the whole situation as of yet. Our prayers go to Minnesota and to the family of the people that were affected by the shooter. We know that the media, again, will definitely try to spin the narrative. The Republicans will get blamed, and then the Democrats will get blamed. We know that this is going to be what happens. Because in an incident like this, more than likely, this will be the outcome. And this does not solve anything. This just only fuels the fire more to hate and anger and problems with gun control, which we do not need. This person may or may not, we don't know at this time, whether or not he allegedly had a political affiliation or just a political vendetta against these people. This person may have been possibly, allegedly, a very sick man, mentally ill, if you will. We don't know at this time if he is mentally ill, but more than likely that could be possibly a case of what part of it is, on top of the political motive, the alleged political motive. There are going to be a lot of Democrats probably out there talking more gun control, more this, that, and the other, trying to crack down on gun control. We do not need that. That is not the answer. That is not how we stop this. What we need to do is we need to come together and find out why this evil monster did what he did, and bring him to justice, and have him serve, and his soul be pretty much in the hands of the judge and the jury that convict him, if found. And may God, have mercy on this man's soul. This man is very evil. And we are sorry that this had happened. We do wish no violence upon anyone, especially whether you're political, non-political, whatever. We do not wish any harm to anyone. Gun violence does happen when some person is not thinking correctly or they're not in the right state of mind. And that is a thing that may be, again, in this case, on top of that political motive. We don't know. I'm going to take a swing and a miss guess here and say that there may be alleged connections that we don't know. But there are a lot of, again, accusations about that. We will inform you more until we know. We will not say much other than we just will sit back and listen over here. And we wish Minnesota the best. Right now, we know these are very hard, trying times right now because a lot of people are politically divided. We have the Democrats, we have the Republicans. And right now, there probably will not be much of an agreement between the Republicans and Democrats on how to deal with this. There will probably be, like I said, a lot of finger pointing towards people, and we don't need that. That will hurt America more. It won't solve this. It won't bring back the people that were affected in this situation. It will not make the situation any better. It will worsen the situation. I think what we need to do is just leave it into the hands of God and the law and hope that whatever happens, this monster will be brought to justice, or if anyone is allegedly connected, or if there is some sort of connection to this person to certain other people that may allegedly be or may not be part of the political affiliated party of some sort, that they will be brought to justice as well if there is any connections. Until then, we just need to stay strong, America, and remember, no matter what, gun violence isn't the answer to solving all of our problems and all of our anger pent up inside us to make us feel better. It is wrong, it is immoral, and it is inhumane. And it is not the answer. And this is why I tell people, if you are triggered by any political type of news, do not watch it, do not be part of it. Because this is what kind of can happen to people when they take things like this to heart and they get upset because maybe their alleged party didn't do anything that they were supposed to do, or they did something that you disagreed with, and this happens. There is a lot of evil in this world right now. That is happening. A lot of bad things. A lot of war, a lot of distress, even in America, on our homeland. Foreign and domestic wars are happening right now. And this does not help us in any sort of way. This is just another problem that we need to fight and stop and make sure that people like this guy never are allowed to see the light of day ever again in the court of law. And like I said, may God have mercy on this man's soul, and may judgment be brought to him, and may he serve his judgment out fully and entirely for what he had done. And we again do wish the best for you, Minnesota. Stay strong. We love you. I know you may disagree with Trump. Some of you may agree with Trump, but this should not be politically motivated right now. This should be a motivation to stop evil people from doing bad things like this. And things like this should not go undone or unnoticed. So, stay strong, and we will all pray for you, Minnesota, and including the family that has been again affected by this. We will continue to keep you all in our prayers, and we continue to wish the best for you. And may those that have been affected in the worst way, may they rest in peace, and may they continue to heal. For those that may not have been affected too much by this, only injured, may they continue not only to heal, but may this give them motivation to help stop people like this evil monster from continuing, or possibly or potentially any more to do this, from being able to do things like this. And we will continue to stand not only behind you, but we will stand together as we the people to continue to bring justice to monsters and to people that think that doing things like this is okay, and it's not. It's not okay by any means. We will not allow this. Neither will Trump. Trump said this is not allowed. So, we wish you all the best, and we will continue to keep you in the loop if we figure anything else out. Until then, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.